Hey guys, I'm Laura Marion, and today we're going to be making pie. Strawberry rhubarb pie. This is rhubarb that actually came from our garden that my roommate grows in our backyard. So I got up this morning and tore this out of the earth. So this is made with blood, sweat, and tears, and love, and all of those other things. I've been avoiding making strawberry rhubarb pie. I actually really enjoy it. Reminds me of the summertime. It's really fresh and tart, delicious, but it's a little bit more labor intensive than, say, I don't know, I feel like it's trickier than like apple or cherry. You just open up a can. And plus, if you use Pillsbury crust, kind of makes itself, but then you might as well buy it from a farm. But today I'm going to be making the crust and the filling all from scratch. So I haven't done this before, so it might work out, it might not, but we're going to go through this together, and you know, it'll be funny if it doesn't work out, and it'll be delicious if it does. So it's a win-win, right? Okay, so we're starting out with just flour and salt in the bowl. And they say just to whisk it together. I'm just following a recipe off allrecipes.com. This is their basic flaky pie crust. Okay, so I'm using a mixture here of shortening, which is lard, and butter, salted butter. Again, using good quality. I was at Sobeys and I almost bought our compliments. And I remember what I've told all of you, to buy good quality butter. So I bought good quality. Don't touch the shortening, because once you get it on you, it's like it never comes off. Once you put that in the bowl, you would use a pastry blender, which apparently we don't have in our house. So I'm going to use a potato masher. I hope that that will be fine. So then you just want to keep, I'll put it down like this. Just keep going down into the mixture. You can just keep cutting it off like this until the mixture forms coarse crumbs. So I asked her one more time, 'cause I have another favor, that was all that I needed. I think that this is what coarse crumbs should be like. So now what we're going to do is add a little bit of ice water, a tablespoon at a time. You don't want to add too much water. This is basically so it will help the dough to come together, because right now it's really crumbly and flaky. And I actually put ice in my water. It should be really cold. And a side note, the butter and the shortening should be really cold too, because it makes your crust flaky, not hard. Side note, don't touch the dough with your hands, or touch it as little as possible, I guess. And yeah, we use the pastry blender just because it keeps it, again, it brings the dough together, but it keeps it flaky. Okay, so I'm going to start with 3 drizzles of my ice water, and then the recipe says to bring it together with a fork, just kind of, I don't know. Smells good. I like the smell of pie dough. It reminds me of my mother. She makes the best apple pie in the whole world. And when other people say they make really good apple pie, okay, side note, you know when someone's like, oh, I make the best whatever, and then they give it to you and it's like really gross. It's embarrassing for them, right? So if you actually make something really good, then take pride in that, but don't be too full of yourself, I guess. I actually make a really good apple pie too. We'll see how my strawberry rhubarb pie turns out. Okay, so I'm still gonna need some more water. I'm just gonna bring the camera down so you can see what's going on a little bit, at least. Okay, so it looks like it's starting to come together. See how it sticks like that? So I think we will not add any more water to this. And do not overmix it. In baking, don't overmix. It's gonna be gross if you do that. So I think it might be done. Yeah, we're good. We're good, folks. Next, we're gonna separate our dough into 2 balls. So there'll be one for the base of the pie and then one for the lattice top of the pie. Yeah, we're going full out. If we're gonna make a pie, it's gonna be like a prize winning pie. We have our 2 balls of dough, so now getting our trusty saran wrap. Sorry, this is Glad wrap. Glad. Don't get mad, get glad. And I'm gonna take each ball and press it down kind of into a round disc. Wrap it up in saran wrap like this. And we're gonna have 2 of these, and we have to put it in the fridge to cool, to rest, to harden, to get cold. It makes it easier to work with if it's a little bit chilled. So the next part of our pie is obviously the filling. So far I took 4 stalks of rhubarb, and I took 1 of these of strawberries. This is 16 ounces American. I don't know what that means. I don't know. It was about 3 cups. Okay, 3 cups of strawberries and 3 cups of chopped rhubarb is really what I did, approximately. Yeah, so I have it chopped up in the bowl. And then what we have to do is add half a cup of flour. Sounds weird, but it helps it to thicken. Okay, so we're just gonna put that over the fruit, and we're gonna add 1 cup of sugar. Just gonna mix it up. And we are gonna have to let this mixture stand for 30 minutes, just like the dough in the fridge. And I think it has something to do with, I don't know, it thickening up later on, because it can be a juicy pie that is really runny. I was reading some of the other comments, and people were saying that this is a really important step to like let it sit for 30 minutes. So let's do that. Well, we are waiting for the dough and the rhubarb and strawberry mixture to set. I am gonna have a sandwich. So I'll see you in half an hour. I was sitting there, I had a cup of